And welcome back to Let's Play Nier, episode 62. Kane listened to the sound of crackling firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She'd been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stares of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. Sharp bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Come on, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. Went through some more wood in the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl, it's a berry. How would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Connie, I think it's burnt or something because it smells terrible. That Connie held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, that's terrible, all right. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at that sass on you, you've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. Here's a past since the moment when Connie's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, the relation ended up growing in fits and starts. We forward all the same. Meals that had to summer affairs were now filled with laughter and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kenny could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kenny started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. So this morning, found Kenny lacing up her work boots with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Where are you going off to today? Asked Grandma suddenly. He looked up, surprised. The woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. I was going to check out the kelma trees and see if they were ripe. I thought we could make some jam or something. I'm going to pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What in the hell for? There's music playing. Connie stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around the home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a box in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm gonna build a stone wall so we have some protection. One laughed, exposing a toothless grin to the world. Goddamn girl, if a bunch of thieves went to ransack this old place, let them come. You got nothing worth stealing anyway. I'm worried about thieves, I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. Went and told her head instead of her granddaughter. Well, shoot, I know why you have to do today. Don't worry about it some other. Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelm trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. Music expression passed across the old woman's face. When she was a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said after a bit. Yes, of course you're right. I'm sorry, Connie. It seems my mind is... You finished your thought instead of walking over to her nightstand, gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. Flower's petals had aged to brilliant whiteness, and I thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. You're gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers into the girl's hair. It means less chat about the shades and building defensive walls and more talking about how beautiful you become. Annoyed, Kanye reached up and removed the garland, but the look in her grandma's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said old woman, and there ain't another like you in the whole world. Very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. She had such a mouth on you. Where'd that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lifted forward and grabbed Kanye by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kanye in a quaking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? The woman stared at her and blinked and slowly held her wrinkled hands out of it. It was the first time she had ever seen them. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes mine just thought the look on her grandma's face was the most heartbreaking thing she had ever seen. Listen, she began. You should stay home after all. No, I won't have to stay here and keep an eye on an old codger like me. You go get your food and your wall and whatnot, I'll be fine. And when you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kenny rolled her eyes and then kissed her grandmother on the forehead, made ready to depart, desperately to ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Hooktail. The one, important shade that's not in this segment is probably in this segment. She could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself. Then the temptation was too great. Went on her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. Food she had collected was tossed carelessly around the wheelbarrow. She only found a couple stones before losing interest in the project. As this approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kanye pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. She crossed the final hill. She suddenly froze in place. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers and collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling down the hill. Gaze was smoked by by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead, tracing its path with a finger. Suddenly felt her stomach knot in on it. The villagers? No! Oh gods, no! Around house was ablaze. The flames licking up as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! Anna ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. When she tripped on a stone and went sprawling to the rocky ground, she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. She got closer and closer. Kaine's mind began a race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. No, just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Gotta save her. Gotta save her. Was in the front yard and came to a sudden halt. No, it wasn't the villagers. Her worst suspicion confirmed. Smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet, and she balanced through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Seeing Kaine let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into shimmering, inking blackness, as if her mind was able to comprehend such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. Bellowed again, this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. "All right, you bastard," she thought, as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. "It's you or me. Let's go." Shade's eyed Kaine with bemused interest, and then it began looking from her to the house and back again, urging to look at the destruction it so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. There, through the smoke and flames, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. "Grandma!" Sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. "She's alive!" thought Kaine. "She's alive!" Kaine's this is not going to end well. Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard toward the flaming wreckage of the house. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth, let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. Last sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes. She tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. When struggled to move the claw from her stomach, she reminded him of trying when pushing a mountain. Got briefly sending a small spray of blood into the air, then collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. She lurched to her feet only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire, one or both of them was surely broken. Knowing the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. "Grandma, hold on, just a little longer." Grandma's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness. The distance seemed to increase with each second that passed. I didn't realize he was choking her. Shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard, laughing at us. And to think, this used to be human. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion, because they're not, but there could be no doubt that the shade was taking joy in their suffering. "Yeah, I see your plan." Shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Grandma to breathe again, clearly keeping her alive only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. "I'm gonna kill this bastard." And she did. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. A sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backward. She forced it from her mind and began to hobble toward the monster. A small knife from the pouch at her waist left on the foot that pinned her grandma and plunged the weapon deep. "Give her back!" she screamed. "Give her back to me!" It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shape panted in laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air toward the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest, sending her crashing into the burning wreckage of her home. She lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds. A small, weak voice spoke up. "Kaine?" Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. "Grandma? Kaine, you've got to run. You can't defeat him." Anne grabbed the hands and held on with all her strength. "Grandma, come, we have to go." The woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. "Grandma, no, no!" "I said run, goddammit. You have to live. You have to get through." That would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, Shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof, down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed thickly from gaps in the creature's toes as the terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. And the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was real and could not, what she was seeing could not possibly be real. When the creature finally lifted his appendage, all that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Her grandmother was gone. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hand which had been in hers just a moment ago. For an instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster, until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor powering from its mouth and dissolving to smoke in the ground below. The earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent in impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously to the side. Somehow she managed to stand. Standing through the shade, her eyes began to glow with deep red fire. We had so come just a moment before took a slow, hesitant step backward, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. Seizing a moment, laughing like a mad woman, she leapt into the air and then plunged a shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. Shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing, as once again her chest rose and fell slowly as if a great weight were resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind, something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. It was like, this is a shade. This is when the shade. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke, the flames faded away until all that remained was a single incantation repeated over and over again. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it! Kill it, 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 kill it. I think I got all this. Oh, never mind. Kill it, kill it, kill it now. Spark of that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die. She felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Oh. Couldn't wait for 1 second. Emil's magic. Oh shit, that's right, you. Oh yeah, hi Weiss.
Oh, I got it.
Oh wait, I'm carrying the sword. So, I think I can understand you now. What do you got to say for yourself? Nothing at all. How do you play this game? Wait, my magic? Okay, it's unset. Wait, what? No, never mind. Dark Blast is normal. Because they're shades, they don't. I don't think they need anything.
Let this happen again. He dies today. My soul feels lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike him down.
Oh, they're talking about the fact that, for whatever reason, that was a great shot. Oh, to be fair, it hit that shade. Whoa, wait, we're instantly killing it. I didn't break it, did I? Yes, I broke it now. Yeah, I guess they're not changed? We're just more powerful. It's gonna talk, isn't it? Or not at all. Dream? Yes, actually. Kaine's dreams encounter. Gently, weakly, softly, Shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off toward the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Sorry, Grandma. Couldn't avenge you. Shame beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, but only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It was getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. To herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought, a mad giggle. It's gonna make clapping a real bitch. Huh, cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Finally gonna die, are you? Well, you had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at an unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. Oh, that'd be mean to the dog, wouldn't it? The voice of her childhood terror vapped into smoke, replaced by another more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary Matildas from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you, that way you can live forever. No, stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, said quietly. Well, that's how you want it. Wow. Spectral shot here flooded in and out of existence for a moment, then produced a piece of paper. He sketched quickly. After a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. You're taking my offer, I decided to draw someone else. Picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. She could see anything. Thousands of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop! No! Don't hurt that picture! Reach out with her remaining arm and wave futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture, and the ground below before they vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine turned her good eye, you mean only eye, back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. They smiled and broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced to Jake. It's perfect now. She looks just like you. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. I look like that? Oh, God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud in the smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. Just before she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? This was vulgar and fierce at the same time. Sandy had somehow found a way to take form. And wanted to scream as the voice crawled in her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish, like a prayer or something? Why don't you get on your knees and start praying to heaven? Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me! Ka-ha-ha-ha. Finally, he resorted to shouting at the voice with her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak. Should just be left to die. The voice boomed in her ears. Ah-ha-ha. Oh, God, you are the best. Annie glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She brushed it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. Something slowly crept around her feet and then began moving up toward the rest of her body. Is this death? Is this what it's like? Is my mind just losing itself? Feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. What else might be happening? She was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die, so why not let me have it? Have what? Your body, come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to sit on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. It was positive licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. And I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. Spawns Kaine shifted her head and vomited. Warmth of it creeped down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. Are you a shade? Yeah, maybe, what of it? Slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. When it touched her brain, Kaine was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. Her screamed with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. Yeah, what can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Oh, give me that body. Come on, give me that body, and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. Then began to protrude from Kaine's side. Watching it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back, too. I reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it aside away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she regained her voice. Stop. It was hesitated as if considering this request, and quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Oh, what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you had wanted to die. Emma said, I can't die yet. Here her grandmother, bloody and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade had killed her and heard its mocking laughter, then closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. But it was quickened with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. Think to my grandmother, I have to kill it before I die. Kaine glanced down some mysterious pattern. I heard the shades burn itself into her left arm. Well, I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Staring intently at her arm, the more emotional she felt, the more the letter seemed ready to puncture her skin, again infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop, gotta stop. Left arm with her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. When don't fight it, pleaded the voice. Hate's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go, feel the anger, burn with the fire of revenge, thirst for blood, then go out there and... Shut up, and get the hell out of my body. Your body? Oh, that's rich, sunshine, real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say about those buddies of yours in the areas would love to see you dead? Kaine grabbed a nearby shutter glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. She could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kaine screamed and dropped the shutter as the sound of bone crunched on bone filled the air. Stupid idiot girl, you're possessed now, sunshine, and there ain't no going back. They slapped again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed, whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed you and me? Got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Where folks used to think you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So, listen, heard the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you, too. A very powerful creature, sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. You got enemies, people you want to kill, I can make it happen. Little fat kid who kept picking on you, that big old shade that squashed your granny, we'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more beast for you, sunshine, no more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade, why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist, some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, honey pants, I just want to drink from the well. Can I consider this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her? Smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. Long pause, the voice spoke up again. So, how about it? You and me, we could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of that bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Wahaha, screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. So listen, my name's Tyran, and if you ever need me, I'll just be hanging out on this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour, and I like rotten and sour. I found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I'm gonna find that shit and I'm gonna strangle with its own guts. When I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyran. Count on it. Haha. Tyran, I've shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body, but if you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, sunshine, and watch your back. Voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, into somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. It waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. So she began poking proudly at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. I mean, the creature inside her had already run. I'm not a shade, I'm Kaine. In its mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot in the corner. And after what seemed an eternity of heartbreaking work, found what she was looking for. Yep, it was a wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. Kaine started to place it in her hair, and then slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. I'm sorry, Grandma, I'm so sorry. You don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. This time I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. Night gradually lightened to dawn, and the people of the area rose to their daily lives. She remained in that position as tears could somehow wash away the horror that infected her world. Educated warrior.
Alive.
Yeah, thanks for covering that up.
Stay alive. Stay alive. Grandma?
That's why.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
That explains so much. Why is she so aggressive all the time? Give that face a good kiss.
Emil,
I don't know.
you were the one calling me, huh?
You still recognize me?
I mean, it couldn't really be anyone else, could it?
I knew you right away.
Thank you.
Good to see you, Kaine.
You look like shit.
Yo, why is his eye covered actually?
How long has it
Do you ever
been?
get a reason for that?
5 years.
Oh. That's a long time. Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow
I
Lord.
mean,
This is for you.
Lunar tears.
oh, is the
Did
garland?
you make this?
Wait, I don't remember this.
Just a little welcome back gift. It's not much, I know.
It's nothing like the one Grandma used to make, but... Oh, hell. Thanks.
Excuse me.
It's you.
Popola, we did it. We freed Kaine.
That's great. Listen, can I talk to you for a minute?
Wait, was she in?
This doesn't
Oh wait,
make
yeah.
sense.
Everyone has to go out.
Please, try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
It's crap.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village, and now they want to run you out?
People are afraid of us. And really, I understand. I mean, look at
What's
me.
wrong with you, actually?
As long as you're still with us, I can deal with it. Right, Kaine?
I'm used to sleeping outside.
I'm sorry.
We'll see you later.
We're sorry.
So this is a bit awkward. It's like, huh, you two. Well. Thanks for everything you've done.
What is the matter?
Everything.
Kaine always sleeps outside. I never thought about that until just now. How could I have not noticed that? How selfish am I? What the hell is wrong with me?
We should turn in.
Didn't get much sleep that night. Who is this? I wanted to blame Devila for everything. Wanted to grab Popola and strangle her. He would have saved us a lot more trouble. But I ain't gonna accomplish anything. They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. For the sake of protecting it from the horrifying threat of the Shades. How though? Devila and Popola are to blame. Then I am equally at fault. Fuck, he is. For not stopping for a moment to think about Kaine and Emil. Found a research report 6610. Physical text useless. Thermonuclear text useless. Rather than detected, dealing with this situation will require proving the multi-origin theory. Sleep well? Sure. Well, if you say so. Well, how do you sleep? Like, do you actually sleep or do you just sit there? I need to go see Devila and Poplar. Very well. Oh shoot, the shines are actually here. It's B. Gold Moonflower Seed. But that's gonna be it for this episode, so if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. See ya.